Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Seed Star Tarot. So, as promised, I wanted to do a separate read for our Beaver Moon and Super Moon on November 15th. But before we get started, I just wanted to send a thank you and all my love to each and every one of you guys for all your love and support, for all the ways you've lifted this channel up and lifted me up. I love you back. So, let's get started. So as I was saying, this full moon on November 15th is also a super moon, and it's the Beaver moon. It marks the time when the beaver builds their dams before the ground freezes. And most importantly too, it's a time, especially with it being in Taurian energy, to preserve, to increase, and to focus on home and family, on stability, on security, and comfort as we get ready for winter. So to bring us into this full moon here and start with the tarot, Spirit, what messages do you have for us Virgos here on this super full moon, the Beaver full moon of November 15th? Thank you, Spirit. So it kind of fell out 50-50. Okay, so right away we're pulling the Emperor. And the Emperor really is basically representing leadership. It's reminding you, or Spirit is reminding you, that you absolutely are a powerful figure. Now is the time to focus on your stability. And with the Emperor, that really represents that. It represents our security, our stability, but also too, with it coming out 50-50, this is basically a forewarning to be careful of power, to be careful of leadership and how you're leading the self, and how you're leading others in your life choices. And so really it brings to mind, with power comes great reward, but also great responsibility. And that really is the point about this full moon. It's an opportunity where a path becomes clearer. And it's an opportunity too, in a lot of ways, because the full moon is going to be conjunct with Uranus during this time. And so the energy is very electric. What you decide, the paths you choose, the choices you make will send shock waves through your energy, through the energy around you, but also in the decisions you make and the path that you choose going forward. Now, especially for us Virgos, and then also too, if you have any Gemini placements, Sagittarian placements, or even Pisces placements, the full moon will certainly be felt a little bit more strongly for you. So, sorry Virgos, we're mutable. It's going to affect us. A little bit stronger than most actually too. But this is a time where it may bring a sense of that things are hanging in the balance. That it basically, like I say, there's a path that has been kind of muddy or been kind of foggy. It's had turns. It wasn't the most direct route. This is an opportunity where a path becomes clear. It's a time to reflect on comfort, on security, and on material aspects of life. And like I say, it's predominantly because it's being ruled by Taurus. And Taurus is all about the idea of preserving, of increasing. And again, it's focusing on security, on money and financial aspects. And so if any of you have been looking at the security and support of the financial or monetary aspects, this is a time where it really is all about building foundations and what foundations you choose, and then after that, what structures you build upon them. And as you can see, both the King of Pentacles and the Emperor have their throne. That is their foundation. That is where they are grounded. But with the King of Pentacles, it's about what you're also building, the structure above it as well. And this is about achieving success for long-term goals. And during this Beaver full moon, it is all about prosperity, about stability, and about the dedication that you hold to your security and your safety. Now, like I say, it's really focused on home and family. And so not only does it look towards the monetary aspects, the material aspects, but also the love that you bring in. And it's a time to reflect on that comfort and on that security, the tribes that you choose, and material aspects of life that you bring towards you during this time. Now, with friends and family as well, with knowing who to support, who to devote your energy to, who to invest in as your tribe, as well as, more importantly, when I say invest, I mean, in aspects of trust, collaboration, the foundations of really truly knowing who is there to work with you in collaborative efforts that are positive. This is the time to celebrate those achievements. It's the time to celebrate those relationships because, and true story, but because Virgos do go pretty well or tend to work really well with Taurans. If you have a Tauran love in your life, or if you've had a Tauran love in your life, comment in this, comment in the section below, or put your comment, share your story. Because what I mean is, once you feel the love of a Tauran, the positive, not the negative. They can be a little too much, don't get me wrong. However, once you love a Taurian, you know that you can walk through life with them and trust that, because they really truly are very loyal, very dedicated, and they're all about that stability. There's the stability and comfort in trusting each other, in building strong foundations and connections with each other. Now, like I say, there is the negative side of the Tauran. We're not going to go into that because at this point, with the full moon, it's all about focusing on the positive foundations, letting go of aspects where there's authority or domination, but rather instead a focus on building and lifting each other up. And with the Hanged Man, this is where in the past you felt dissatisfaction or felt trapped. There's been many sacrifices along the way. And like I say, this is about really reflecting strongly on that balance of what you manifest, staying focused on those long-term goals. But the journey has not been easy and has not gone as planned. And so as a side tangent, sometimes taking that step back, or you may find a realization in this path that becomes clearer, that going back, taking a step back, like in particular with financial aspects, will really lead you forward in a lot of ways. And what I mean by that is it's very much a favorable progress or a favorable time for progress in loan negotiations. But again, it's about seeing the long term. Like I say, for looking at like financial freedom. I've been blessed in my life to be financially free in 3 times in my life. Now, does that go pros and cons? You bet you it does. For instance, not owing anybody money means you have no credit. However, having the cash means you have a lot more say in the actions that you do and where you can put your money where your mouth is. But this really refers to, the pros and the cons basically of that freedom. And so taking that step back to focus on those long-term goals and recognize, hey, maybe if I do need to get a loan just for a minute, that's okay, because ultimately it'll help me persevere. It'll help me through my path, the path that it'll help clear a way with the path that I'm seeking, where it becomes clearer and it leads to success. Will I pay it off? Absolutely. You bet your booty I will. There's a tenacity about me with financial freedom, but it's only a temporary, basically. It's a temporary ask, basically, in collaboration so that you can achieve those long-term goals. And with the star, this really is all about, sorry, my light is dying here. I've got a storm coming in, so I apologize. The screen just got super dark. But either way, this is about focusing on your long-term goals, about persevering and increasing. And sometimes through the presence of conflict or chaos or friction, disagreements in a lot of ways, the star remains content. The star is an inspiration of hope, of renewal, and also healing, but it provides a positive outlook. It provides a path that becomes clear. And so if anyone is trying to progress forward financially through a loan negotiation, say if you're buying a home, looking at investing further into different things like a car so that you can travel and get where you're going, get where you want to go, this is an opportunity where the path becomes clearer. It's about security and compatibility, and it's focused on the home as well as family. Now, we are also going to get a leg up because coupled with this full moon in Taurus, with it also being a supermoon, it's also a time where Saturn moves direct. And Saturn is currently in Aquarius. And so at this point, with Saturn moving direct, it's a time for clarity and momentum, but it's a shift towards a clearer path as well. And it's a time of action. And so at this time, you've got two leg ups, one between the full moon and then another because of Saturn moving direct here. And like I say, it's an application of learned lessons and building structures and foundations when Saturn moves direct. Because Saturn really represents a time where you were, what I'm trying to say is where you were reflective or in a position of internalized energy, self-reflection. This is a time where Saturn is known for discipline, for structure and karmic lessons. You've gone internally and you've looked at those lessons. You've paid your karmic debt, and instead you've let fall what no longer serves you. And instead, with Saturn moving direct, this is a time of assertion. It's a time to move that energy with a forward moving force. And really at this point here, social distancing and canceled events here, loneliness, that isolation because of gossip and cheating, that was truly in the past. That was when basically Saturn was retrograde. And for Virgos, when Saturn moves direct, this is going to hugely benefit us because it invokes our self-confidence. And it invokes our self-confidence in particular on income and wealth. And most importantly, too, a lot of wealth could be driven from an increase or increased through property. So just as a side tangent as well, if anyone's looking at selling a home, moving, traveling, moving to calmer waters. This is an opportunity where when Saturn moves direct, especially with it being in Aquarius, that you will get a leg up. Like I say too, especially with this time of the full moon on the 15th. And if that resonates, by all means, and you feel comfortable, share your story in the comments below or like, share, subscribe. Help support this message so that we can get it to as many Virgos as we can. Because truly, this is a fresh start, and Spirit is assuring you that prosperity and success is truly meant for you. You're meeting the challenges. Yes, the road has had setbacks. Yes, there may be financial aspects where you're going to need to ask for help due to those setbacks in the past. It's going to help you with meeting those challenges and clearing the way so that you can achieve success and achieve wealth and security. And like I say, there is a potential of income or wealth that increases with property here in this full moon. And this will be voluntary change. Now is the time to use your intuition, follow your spirituality, but also to take those karmic lessons learned and take the application, apply those lessons learned with building your structure, with rebuilding your structure so that your foundation is solid. Because at this point, Spirit's giving you a leg up with providing you that solid foundation. And with the world, like I always say, what comes up must go down. What goes down always comes back up. And so this is a point where the world is moving in your favor. This is opening you to a new chapter and the beginning of a new chapter, especially with November 11th here coming in this, or having come this week. Side tangent, I made a separate video. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But either way, this is about manifesting and calling in with Spirit. If you can put all your desires into one wish, what was down now comes up and the path becomes clear. This is a new chapter, and also too, to forewarn you, I do see that it may involve travel too. So some of you may be moving. Like I say, there's income that's gained through property or through the sale of property. And also too, like I say, material stability. No longer will you be sitting in this aspect of the Eight of Cups. No longer will you be in a point of self-searching or soul-searching. You know where to go. A path becomes clear because you've sought that higher meaning. You're utilizing the lessons learned and the wisdom, and you are taking change. Now, during this time too, it's important to be grounded, right? If you've been reflecting at where it's like some things were almost superficial, or you felt like there was a little bit of, am I fooling myself in my security and in my comfort? Now is the time where really truly the path becomes clear for your true stability, the true foundation that's meant for you. And with Saturn at our sides, it's about the discipline that you've learned along the way. It's through that discipline, with building your structure, with building your foundation, taking and putting to action and application of the lessons learned along the way, that you are ready to manifest, and you are embodying the magician at this time. You know, basically, and again with the magician, it's all about construct. It's all about constructive creative power and manifestation, but it's also most importantly about putting plans and ideas into practice, because Spirit is assuring you that everything at this time, under the Beaver moon, the Beaver supermoon, that everything is truly ready. A path is clear. Stay focused on those long-term goals, because this is the time where you will start building them. It's a new challenge, and you are rising to that challenge. And so Spirit, oh, thank you. Those kind of popped out there. So what Spirit is reminding us here as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. So like I say, especially with the full moon being conjunct with Uranus during this time, this will bring shock waves. The energy is electric within you and in the atmosphere. But with the sun, I mean, that's the strongest card of the deck. It's about standing in your confidence, taking that boost of energy and confidence and putting it in applying it to your situation, especially when it comes to material wealth and planning, building that stability, living that security and comfort, and manifesting it into your life. Because that now, like I say, right now is a time for action. And again, with the Six of Wands, that's all about action. This is good news. This is not the end. Like I say, especially if you're looking at needing a little help, this is a wonderful time for favorable progress and loan negotiations. But this will allow you to advance in your career, to reach that victory and success and achieve significant progress. And most importantly here, what I also see in this is that there's a confidence about you. There's good news in both aspects, but also too, there's validation. This is not the end, right? This is victory, and this is jubilation. And like I say, if that resonates during this time, by all means, please like, share, subscribe, share your story in the comments below, or just put a heart in the comments below. But that way we can help support you, help celebrate your victory with you. Because truly, this is a beginning. This is an opportunity that's coming in with this full moon. And most importantly, like I say, this is a venture and a focus on your personal development in your career, on monetary gains. And the Ten of Cups is truly coming towards you. This is a new beginning of joy, of security, not only in family, a sense of belonging, but it's an enduring success that's coming to you. And so I like how other readers put it very simply, is just money's coming your way. With a moving force. So like I say, and in particularly when it comes to an increase from property, this is really what's happening. You're finding in a lot of ways, what I see in this is your forever home. And so like I say, for those that are struggling with that feeling, or lacking the confidence, or feeling like their structures have been really tarnished and weakened through the events that you've had to endure, through the financial setbacks you've had to endure, or career setbacks you've had to experience. Like I always say, rejection is God's protection. It was not meant for you, but instead it was meant to teach you so that you are ready for your Ten of Cups. And this is through your curiosity, through your ambition, and through your energy, because really truly Spirit is assuring you that your cleverness, your intellectual aspect, intelligence, I don't know why I can't say that right, but either way, through your assertive action, this is where you are moving forward. A path becomes clearer, and there is an epiphany in this full moon when Saturn comes direct, where there will be a focus on really how point A gets you to your highest, greatest self and where you want to go, your clearest path. Standing in that high priestess power. And I promise I'll stop, but taking that new start with the leap of faith that truly is destined for the Fool's journey. And like I say, for those that are feeling a lack of confidence or are struggling with any type of chakra blockages in that way, check out the Honey Sea Star store. All the designs are meant to empower, uplift, and more importantly, inspire you along your journey so that you can keep that faith connected with the divine. Call in what's truly meant for you, as well as share the wisdom of the lessons learned that you've gained along the way as you stay focused and drive towards your long-term goals. Drive towards that success with security, safety, and comfort. And like I say, this is the spirit of adventure. You no longer are going to be held back. This is a time where you are taking that leap of faith, but you're doing so with a rational mind, with a responsible discipline about you, and with a focus on the foundation and the structure that you're putting energy and action into through that discipline, through those karmic lessons that you've learned. And like I say, if you feel comfortable, share your story and where you're going, what you're building. That way we can help support you on this channel, because truly the Honey Sea Star is built and meant to be a place of peace for all Virgo placements, but more importantly, it's meant to lift each other up, celebrate our successes, but know truly that we are here for each other and we are never alone. Now, I do want to pull some animal spirit guides, see additional, if there's, thank you, any additional messages. I love it when the cards do that. I'm just saying. Okay, so with the unicorn, I absolutely love it when we get this card. But this is about, there we go, I've got a little bit of the light hot spot there. Okay, so with the unicorn, this is about infinite possibilities. Spirit wants to remind you that you are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light, abandon the darkness, and go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. I'm just saying, I got goosebumps. I know you can't see them because I've got long sleeves, but I've got goosebumps. That was amazing confirmation for me. I'm just saying, if it resonates with you, like, share, subscribe, or just put a comment or share your story in the comments below, or put a heart in the comments below. Know what I meant. But either way, let's raise each other up and celebrate our confirmation together, because that was just cool for me. And so, Spirit, what additional messages do you have for us here as we walk into this full moon and celebrate Saturn moving direct, especially in embracing the light of the Taurian supermoon here during this time? Thank you, Spirit. You are never alone. I'm just saying. So with the sea turtle, that represents protection. Spirit wants to remind you that you are the master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. A path will become clear this full moon. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. And so remember, you are never alone. Most importantly, what you're building, just like the Beaver does when they build their dams before the ground freezes. You are protected. What you're building is protected. And you are the master of finding life's flow. A path will reveal itself here during this full moon for you. And like I say, if you feel comfortable, share your story on the clarity that you gain during this time of meditation and time where we're astrologically aligned with the moon and Saturn. No pressure. I want them to flip out there. You know, I just love it when the sea otter comes out. I'm just saying, sometimes us Virgos, we wear the weight on our shoulders just so firmly, especially when we look at and focus on career, money, or stability. And so what Spirit is really reminding us here is, remember, as part of your foundation, the path to happiness is through the energy of the sea otter. This is about being the master of playful living. Spirit wants to remind you to release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. And as a manifestation law reminder, worry tends to actually drop us into a lower manifestation, a lower energy. So we actually end up calling in what our worst fears are as opposed to what our highest dreams and biggest dreams are. So let go of worry during this time as you manifest and instead choose love, one of the highest vibrations, and more importantly, the energy that transcends time and space. But remember to surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. And so here is your confirmation. I'm just saying, there is happiness meant for you, infinite possibilities of what you're manifesting and building. Stay focused on your long-term goals because truly you are protected. Now, I do want to just look at our major arcana because this is a pretty amazing time, especially if you've been troubled with what path or clarity to go or what direction to go. Sound baths are incredibly healing with realigning your chakras so that you can connect with the divine, connect with your manifestations, and truly call in what's meant for your highest good. And so what we pulled here is an E, a G sharp, two E's. So 2 E's, a G sharp, a D, an A, and then also a B. And what I see in this is a lot of blue. Blue represents our truth, our integrity. And then with the yellow here as well, it's a vitality and inspiration, right? It gives us that need or that movement of action, a time to take action, to apply the lessons learned and build the structures and foundations that are truly meant for us. And so between blue and yellow for color therapy during this time, during this Beaver moon on November 15th, try embracing these colors here, standing in your truth and recognizing the energy needed to put forth towards them to stay focused and progress towards those long-term goals with what you're building in your stability, in your security, as well as in your home and family. Now, as a reminder too, with any type of chakra balancing, make sure to replenish your energy and detoxify along the way. And so drink plenty of water. Salt baths are also very cleansing, especially with detoxifying as well. Also too, side tangent, share your story in the comments below with how you utilize color therapy or music therapy or even salt baths to cleanse your energy and to realign so that you can properly manifest as the magician that we all truly are. But as a side note too, for chakra balancing, wow, this is super incredible. I'm just saying, okay, so we have, believe it or not, 4 crown chakras and 2 third eye chakras. So during this time, if you are feeling any trouble with the super moon, with connecting to your life's ambition, reflecting on the world around you, and the aspects of material comfort, security, and also to home and family, and with the divine, meditate with positive affirmations to realign and to detoxify your third eye and your crown chakra. And the way that you can do that is by meditating with positive affirmations, especially with the crown chakra, with reminding yourself that you truly are connected to the energy of the universe. The universe is within each and every one of us, down to a molecular, cellular level, and then also too within each of our DNA, right? But with affirmations like allowing yourself to step into the fool's shoes, to take that leap of faith so that you can learn to live a more inspired life. Affirmations like reminding yourself that you are the divine, made of flesh and bone, that you are complete and that you are whole, holistically whole, when you are one with all parts of yourself. It'll really help you to realign so that you can connect with the divine and clearly receive the messages needed so that you can see the path that will become clear during this super moon, this full moon. And then with the third eye, if you are experiencing any aspects of blockages there, positive affirmations during your meditation, like reminding yourself that you hold a vision for your future without attachment, that also too you're allowing yourself to dream as big as the universe. It'll really help you with opening up your intuition, with opening up your third eye so that you can recognize the signs, open your ears to remain open and receive those messages from the divine, because truly during this super moon, during this full Beaver moon, a path will become clear for you. And so, like I say, if this message resonated, by all means, and you'd like to help support the channel, send a super thanks, like, share, subscribe, help get this message out. That way we can lift each other up as we walk into this super moon and truly embrace the signs needed where a path will become clearer for all of us. But if this is where we part, I just want to send out all my love and light to each and every one of you and thank each and every one of you for all your love and support, because really the ways that you lift this channel up, the way that these messages resonate with you, the way that I get to connect with you through these messages truly lifts me up in the same energy. So thank you guys. I love you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading.